Hello, Pisces, and welcome to my channel. I am Lola, your Empress of Love, and I am giving you the tea on love and romance for your October 2019 love reading. All right, let's get started. Okay, Pisces, your first card up is the Empress. Is the High Priestess. The High Priestess card in the love and romance position indicates that for some of you Pisces, you will be putting all thoughts of love or the one that you love out of your mind because you won't want to feel the pain of wanting to be with that person. Some of you will be also feeling like if you are wondering what's going to happen. Are you going to get together with this person or are you going to break up once and for all? However, um, in this position, you're basically going to have to wait it out, Pisces. You're going to have to wait it out to see what the outcome is because that's just the way it is with the High Priestess in this position. Although I can say for some of you, you will be experiencing an unexpected surprise that will turn out quite differently than what you expect with this High Priestess card. The next card up is the Two of Swords, and it is in the reverse. And in the focus category here, Pisces, it is indicating that for some of you, in the reverse, you are going to be fearful about taking the blindfolders off. You're going to be fearful about looking into the future and trying to sort out what's coming next for your life. Um, you're going to be fearful about making the necessary decision that you may have to make. Um, yes, that's probably because of the High Priestess and being a card of, although it's a card of um, unrevealing, I guess I could say, or secrets and enigmas, puzzles, and just things that you just don't know what the answers are at this time. That could be what's causing the fear for some of you as it relates to taking off the blindfolders and making the necessary decisions that you need to make and going forth to figure things out in spite of your fear. Uh, you could be fearful and to a place of being as if you're blinded, or better yet, being paralyzed with blindness because of your fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear of you just not feeling like you have the answers or like you can find the answers um, as it relates to love and romance or any questions that you may have regarding your significant love. Next up, you have the cards that come from this deck, the Q&E, and you have two cards that came out in that position, Pisces. First card is the Temperance card, and as you can see, the words are on the front, and You have the upright position because it's in the gold. This particular deck offers the words in the um, reverse in the blue and the upright in the gold. And in the upright position, the temperance card reads as so. It says here the card of flexibility, change and adaptation. One who works well with others and has good management skills, achieving balance and control over your life. Many ideas and experiences synthesize to form new ideas. Compromise to secure cooperation. Possible reconciliation. Then you have the King of Cups, and that too is in the upright position, and it says refers to a man over 40 with a warm, caring personality, extremely friendly and outgoing, emotionally balanced and considerate of others, responsible. Others can count on him. Gives wise advice. This man in this position of this man is in a position of authority and has the respect of many. In love, he is giving and trustworthy. Then you have the psychic tarot for the heart cards, and it speaks to your heart, and it is saying sadness and isolation, number 3. And the book says for sadness and isolation, you have love can bring forth joy and sorrow. When disappointment enters your life, it is important to acknowledge the accompanying sadness and love can bring both joy and sorrow. When disappointment enters your life, it's important to acknowledge the accompanying sadness and feeling of loss. However, it's equally vital not to dwell on the loss. The temptation may be to isolate yourself from the world and cling to your grief. This card is a reminder to trust that the situation, as hard as it may be, is in your best interest. It's time to gently let go of the sorrow and disappointment. Sorrow can hold you back, or it can elevate you to the new levels of understanding. Focusing on your sadness and loss will prevent you from attracting new positive energy around relationships. So it's time to turn your disappointment into hope for the future. Ask what lessons you can learn from the situation. Move beyond despair into healing and joyful love. Let go and move on. You have more powerful spiritual forces helping you than you could ever imagine. Okay, the next card is coming from the Romance Angels. And the Romance Angels are saying, Pisces, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And the book says, keep an open mind. The Romance Angels sent you this card as a reminder to stay open to the possibility of your soulmate appearing in a form that may differ from what you expect. This is especially true if you tend to date a certain type of individual. You drew this card to help you discover your soulmate. This card may signal that you've already been introduced to this person, but have overlooked his or her romantic potential. Take the time to get to know various individuals you meet. Even if there isn't an initial attraction, at the very least, you will learn more about yourself and may make a new friend. Then you have, Pisces, the love and relationship card from the love and relationship deck. Okay? All right. Now, these cards are also known as the art cards, the amethyst, rose, and turquoise. They're red in 3 different parts, if you can see that. Okay, you have the top part with the bow titles. Then you have the messages in the middle, and then the bottom portion reads like a poem. And here you have the worker manifests the future. Face being alone. Once you stop fearing it and know you can, you may not have to. Strive to observe how your habitual thoughts affect your life, for good or ill. Be positive and learn how to expect the unexpected to occur. Be alert for new opportunities to come to you in unusual ways. Expect the unexpected to occur. Be alert for new opportunities to come to you in unusual ways. Though it may be hard to do, act like there's no love for you. Concentrate and do work hard and learn love's lessons from the cards. Such independence may attract the kind of love you think you lack. You'll manifest your heart's desire, the love to which you most aspire. Make sure what's wished for Make sure what's wished for is best for you, for it will soon be coming true. Real magic's when you concentrate on what you love, not what you hate. The angels give you the gift. The angels give a gift to you, the future, but they can't undo the fate that you alone make true. When expectations cloud your view, for even the most perfect plans need the touch of divine hands. Okay. Then you have the summation card, well, the final outcome card coming from the vice versa deck. And you have the Hermit. And in this deck, you have what is called this side and that side. Pisces, you drew this side. And according to the book, the Hermit is more than a sign that it is time for you to. The Hermit is more than a sign that it is time for some solitude. The Hermit is more than a sign that it is time for some solitude. Hear that, Pisces? The Hermit is more than a sign that it is time for some solitude. Okay? There is something bigger that needs to be addressed aside from, there's something bigger that needs to be addressed aside and away from the trappings of the everyday world. The Hermit retreats to the mountains for two purposes: to gain perspective and to make it an effort for people to get in touch with him. In other words, here, Pisces, the Hermit card is calling for you to get in a place where you can reflect and be by yourself and to get away from others, to get to spend time with you. As it is urging you here in the art deck to give up on being fearful of being with you. This is calling for you, Pisces, for some of you to experience a period of facing being alone. Why? It is because it is calling you to be alone so that you don't ever have to fear being alone. Once you learn that being with you, you are never alone because you are always with you. It's not possible for you to be alone. But because you've never spent time with you, some of you Pisces, this is speaking to, because you've never spent time with you, you feel that you are alone. You may be in a situation that's not working for you currently, but because of your fear of being alone, you are still insisting on staying in the situation. Here, the cards are saying to you, sadness and isolation isn't something that you should be dwelling on. You should be dwelling on keeping an open mind, making new friends, um, and just allowing yourself to be open to the possibility of finding your soulmate at the right time. And it sounds like here that you're not going to get that, whether it be with the current partner or with a future partner, until you take some time, Pisces, and self-reflect. Spend some time with you. That's where your blessing is going to come from in 2019, the month of October. You're being called to spend some time to not so much as isolate, just to be in isolation, but to self-reflect and to spend some time with you. And it's like I'm feeling like I can't stress that enough, because this is telling me that some of you Pisces are at a very, very deep level of fear of being alone. And that's why you got the Two of Swords here in the reverse, because look at you. You're afraid to take those blindfolders off because you're afraid that you're going to have to see you. And guess what? You're right. The Hermit here is calling for you to see you. The Hermit here, you see that lantern? That's the only light. That's the only light that he has to see by. And he's using that light to look within himself. Because oddly enough, the light that is here is also the light that is here inside. Because truly, as much as this light here is the only light that the Hermit has physically, spiritually, the only light is the light that is inside. And the Hermit card here is calling for you Pisces to let that light that is inside of you shine outwardly. And you will get to see that you are not alone. Not ever. And even as you can see the blue in the cloak of the Hermit, that's indicating to you that this is a spiritual calling. This is a spiritual calling for you to face you. And I'm going to say that you're not going to be able to get away from this self-reflection, this time of looking into you and spending time with you. Also, the Hermit has everything that he needs with him. He has the light from within. He has the staff for which he lean on, which is, again, leaning on himself, the God in him. And that's what you're being called to do, Pisces. Pardon me. You're being called to tune in to the God within. Pardon me while I take a sip of my tea as I give the tea. Excuse me. Yes, Pisces, you are being called to you. And I'm going to call you to hit that like button and to subscribe if you already have not done so. And to ask you to go to www.whatsthettarot.com and book your reading, if you'd like to get a personal reading, if this reading has resonated with you in any way and you'd like to get a more up close and personal look at what's going on with you in particular, then I urge you to go to www.whatsthettarot.com. Okay? And also visit our donation page. We are asking for donations to help with the launch of our Images Everything Yo program. It is a good hygiene and etiquette program. We are raising funds to get goodie bags for the participants in the Images Everything Yo program as a parting gift and a thank you for their participation. The goodie bags will include, but not be limited to, um, toothbrush, toothpaste, comb brush, loofah, body splash, body wash, deodorant, of course, um, water bottles, um, a t-shirt, and any other goodies that we can think of to put into the goodie bags that will make up the good hygiene parting gift goodie bag for the participants in the program. There is no donation that is too small, nor is there any donation that's too large. I'd like to thank you in advance, Pisces, for your donation. Um, and again, I'd like to invite you to go to www.whatsthettarot.com to book your personal reading. And again, don't forget, please, to hit that like button. All right. And with that, I'd like to say ciao for now.